Hello, my name's Benjamin Needham with Needham Ag Technologies, and this morning we're here at the Canada Farm Progress Show looking at John Deere's new 1895 with the ProSeries opener upgrades. So to start off, it has a serrated closing wheel like what we've been recommending for years. The old closing wheels just didn't close very well. The next thing is they have a firming wheel that looks very similar to ours, almost identical. It's the same height, it's the same width, it's got the 5203 gauge wheel bearing like ours. It's so closely related to ours that you could almost put our wheel halves on their wheel when it worked. The other thing is they still have the full height bolt head, and we've been using shorter bolt heads on the bolt that holds the firming wheel on, because when it's not a shorter bolt head, it can contact with the lip of the gauge wheel. Now the third thing is also they have a new seed tab. Now it's still a very thin seed tab. It's injection molded, but it does fit the shape of the seed slot much like ours. So it's definitely an improvement, but it's still not very thick, which you need a thicker seed tab to push the seeds down in the bottom of the seed slot better. Here on the right side of the screen, we have the John Deere 90 series seed boot. And on the left side of the screen, we have the new John Deere ProSeries seed boot. As you can see, the ProSeries seed boot is much narrower than the John Deere 90 series boot. We feel that it being narrower might cause a problem with larger seeds like peas or chickpeas, as they could potentially clog the boot. Here we have the John Deere wing pin that holds the boot on. The new ProSeries boot is no longer held on by a bolt. It's held on by a wing pin, as you see here in this picture. Here we have the side view of the new ProSeries boot. As you can tell, it's considerably narrower than the old style boot, and you can also see their new seed tab on the bottom. Here we have their poly closing wheel bushing kit, which also includes seals. They now have poly fiber wound bushings, as you can see here, and they have a seal. Now their seal is much narrower than the old seals, and we feel that it might cause a problem during installation, as it could tear up easier with it being narrower. On the end of their closing wheel arm bushing housing, they now have a dust cap to help keep dust out. And on the end of their depth adjust knob, they have a dust cap to keep the dust out of the spring there. Here we're looking at the disc blade. The disc hub on the ProSeries is tapped, and the bolts actually thread into the hub so that no nut is required. This is an improvement because it saves you having to hold a nut and screw it on there, but we feel that this might cause issues if someone was to cross thread the bolt into the nut. Then it could potentially ruin your hub. They're also still using the old cast depth adjust handles. Needham Ag sells steel. It's a very good steel depth adjust handle that won't waller out and loosen up over time like the cast ones. Here we are looking at the hose. John Deere offers PVC only hose as a standard option, and Needham Ag sells urethane blend hose, which lasts much longer than just PVC hose. It's said to last 32% longer than the John Deere hose. And we've had this hose tested in a professional lab using the ASTM G76 jet erosion test in order to test this hose up against the John Deere hose, showing that it lasts 32% longer than the John Deere PVC only hose. We're still here at the John Deere 1895 with the ProSeries opener upgrades, and they are still using rubber gauge wheels, which we quit selling years ago because rubber just doesn't last. As you can see here on this rubber gauge wheel, the inside lip has already started to chunk up because of the residue, and this has so few of acres on it, the paint isn't even worn off between the teeth on the closing wheel. So that just shows how little time rubber gauge wheels last. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have a John Deere 50, 60, or 90 series drill or air seeder, and you'd like it to perform as good or better than the new John Deere ProSeries openers, please visit our website, needhamag.com, and check out our products. Whether your drill is big or small, we have parts for them all. Please watch our other YouTube videos and feel free to like and watch them. Thanks for watching.